Top of the morning to you. Have you ever said, why in the world did that happen to me? Have you ever said, how come I have to? Have you ever said, the world's against me? All those statements come from being in effect, having that victim mindset. We're in the middle of our Transformation Breakthrough Seeds series. And the interesting thing I noted about the Transformation Breakthrough Seeds is that there's kind of a negative and a positive on each one. And I think we continually experience the negative, and that's okay. That's part of the process of experiencing it. Success and growth and transformation. Yesterday we talked about towards and away. And a lot of times when we first realize something, it's in that negative side, that away from, I need to get away from this. But as a leader, as someone who's effective, someone who's mature and maturing, we look at what happened, what has caused me to be in this away from mindset, this away from thinking. And we immediately use that as a signal that we need to, what do we want? We turn faster to the other side. 1, by talking through it. 2, by practicing it. 3, by surrounding ourselves with people who spend more time on the positive side than the negative side of each of these. The introduction questions today were number 2, cause and effect. If we are in effect, everything's affecting us. Everything's outside of our control. We are just blowing in the wind like the grass and dandelions outside the window. When we go to cause, we are the effectors. We are causing things to happen. We are in a mindset of, how do I reach out more? How do I get in front of more people? How do I communicate better with my child and with my spouse in the world? What needs to happen? What education do I need? Do I need to go back to bless myself and learn something new? Do I need to serve His kingdom in a new area, in a new way, to leverage my gifts? When we're in effect, usually for me, that's something that I was thinking, like, what's the good story for effect? And a lot of my teen years being at home, I was pretty smart, and I was pretty smart mouthed, and I was just trying to grow up. And I remember one time I was really mad and I couldn't do what I wanted, but I can't even think of the whole story around it because it was small in effect. Oh, cause and effect. So I think I see it with a lot of people in the coaching areas that we work in, is that it's that feeling of out of control, that mindset of I'm the victim and everything's against me. And being there, the first step is just recognize you're in effect. I am in effect. And then look at the situation and go, well, what can I control? And that's where we get to our middle pillar in the Kingdom Family Leader path, and that is expand my territory, explore my territory. What do I have influence over? And that's the big thing about cause, is going to that influence circle. A lot of times the things I want are outside of that influence circle, with that little sliver right here that's in both circles. And we need to find out how to be in an area where we have influence. Do we need to hire somebody? Do we need to pay somebody to come to the house and fix the plumbing? Do we need to learn something new? What does it take to move from being in effect to being at cause? And at cause is when you're taking action, you're experimenting, you're trying new things. I think last week I talked about discerning which part of my funnel to bring you into Kingdom Family Leader was having the problems. And I was a little in effect. I wasn't quite in effect, but I was like, I didn't know enough. I wasn't in cause enough. But by staying away from being in effect, and like effect tends to drive you towards giving up and, oh, what's the purpose, what's the hope, that submission, that not compassion, complacency, just getting, ugh. But I had feedback from my mastermind. I went to my experts. I asked them the questions. I got some feedback, and now we've got bookings for appointments to meet with men to join our next launching mastermind group. So I stay in cause. And when you're in cause and you're like, don't know what to do, that's when you're like, reach out and ask for help. Our oldest is high functioning autistic, and his main skill through especially the latter part of his schooling and in life is asking for help. How to ask for help. Asking for help is not being in effect. It's not being away from motivated. It is being at cause. Asking for help. Help me do this. Help show me where I can get help to do this. So where do you spend the most time in effect? Where do the most time are you in a victim mindset? Where are you there? And what can you do next time you're in effect to snap out of it and get back into cause? And maybe it's dropping me a text. Who knows? You put that down in the doobly-doo, and you be blessed.